Welcome to Badminton Unlimited. Coming up on the show, the HSBC BWF World Tour was in Paris last week for the YONEX French Open 2021, and we'll bring you a review of the business end of the Super 750 tournament. And listen to the man of the moment, Viktor Axelsen, as he tells us in his own words about winning the Olympic gold.
Not only a relief, but also just like happiness, running through my body.
Forced to cancel last year due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the YONEX French Open 2021 safely returned to the Stade Pierre de Coubertin last week. Our report of the semi-finals and finals of the six-day competition begins with women's singles. The Akane Yamaguchi and Su-young rivalry of recent weeks saw another lung-busting contest in the battle of the last four, and it was the Japanese who came out on top once again. Winner of the gripping Viktor Denmark Open final against An Su-young the previous week, Yamaguchi sealed her victory over the Korean in another three-game thriller.
And she converts on her first match point.
별다른 변화를 준 건 없었던 것 같아요. 그냥 이제 플레이 스타일이 똑같기 때문에 계속 따라 뛰면서 이제 실수 나오는 거를 계속 유발하고 그랬던 것 같아요.
In the other semi-final matchup, Sayaka Takahashi converted her second match point against the third-seeded Prasala v Sindhu to set up an all-Japan title clash.
Survived the first match point, but not the second.
Yamaguchi celebrated her second title in as many weeks after grabbing top honours at the French Open. The top seed was on song all through, outclassing Takahashi in 34 minutes.
Game.
前回は前回でもう当時すごく調子が良かったタイツェイン選手を決勝で勝っての優勝だったので、それもすごく嬉しかったんですけど、今回は連戦をしてきての中で最後勝ち切ることができたので、体力的な部分だったり気持ちで我慢するところで、成長を感じられたのかなっていうふうに思うので、そこが今回は嬉しい点です。
After missing out on the Viktor Denmark Open title, Kento Momota was on a mission to make amends in Paris, but stumbled in his semi-final match against compatriot Kanta Tsuneyama. Injury forced the top seed to retire after Tsuneyama had pushed the contest to a decider.
Oh, he's quick. They have decided between them. This is it.
In the earlier semi-final clash, Chiu Tianchen avenged his loss to Hyo Kwang-hee at the recent TotalEnergies BWF Sudirman Cup. Pouncing on the right openings, Cho's game plan worked to good effect as he closed out the match in 46 minutes.
Yeah, this is tough. Going for one again, and he makes it.
It's really tough in group match because it's for the country. This one also for the country, but I think the mental is different. And this time I'm more focused. Think about last time why I lose. So really prepare for that, and it's working.
Tsuneyama picked up his first Super 750 title, but not after a stern test from Cho in the opener. The Japanese shuttler regrouped in the following game, dictating play with a solid all-round performance to stretch the match to a third game. The momentum was with Tsuneyama at this point, and the world number 13 was every bit worthy of his crown.
And Kanta Tsuneyama becomes the fifth unseeded winner of the men's singles here at the French Open in the last 9 years.
正直勝った瞬間本当にびっくりしたっていう感じでしたし、今はちょっと落ち着いて、嬉しい気持ちがいっぱいです。はい、いや全く想像はしてなかったんですけど、そうです、1回勝つごとにだんだん優勝が見えてきたと思ってたので、ようやく実感できたって感じですかね。はい。
In the first set, it just went so well for us, and it was quite easy for us to get the points.
Unseeded pair Matthias Christiansen, Alexandra Boyer were surprised with their relatively quick semi-final victory over Tang Chunman, Su-Ying Sweat. Well-worked points and an unwavering belief in the second game were key for the Danes to make it to their first Super 750 final.
We struggled a bit in the first of the second set, but we just keep telling each other that keep on going. We have the first set, so the pressure is on them.
Yuta Watanabe, Arisa Higashino kept their winning streak against Dechapol Puavaranukro, Sapsiri Teratanachai in the other last four encounter. In what was their fourth meeting, the Thais struggled once again to deal with the irresistible form of the Japanese duo.
Good serve. And they only needed the one. Excellent drive from Watanabe.
It was also 2 out of 2 for Watanabe Higashino as they added the YONEX French Open title to their Viktor Denmark Open crown. Christensen Boyer pushed the Japanese duo in the match, but with Watanabe's fierce smashes from the backcourt and Higashino dominating the front, the Danes toiled to give adequate response. In the end, it was a straightforward 34-minute victory for the third-seeded pair.
But this time, and Yuta Watanabe and Arisa Higashino sink to their knees because they just won their second title in 2 weeks.
2週連続優勝したことがなくて、初めて2週で連続で優勝できたので本当に素直に嬉しいですし、本当にパートナーにたくさん助けてもらったので本当に感謝の気持ちでいっぱいです。
Both men's doubles contests went the distance on semi-finals day. Number 1 seeds Marcus Fernalde Gideon, Kevin Sanjaya Sukamuljo showed glimpses of their best when they outlasted their teammates Fajar Alfian and Mohammad Rian Ardianto in a 62-minute showdown. Former world champions Shin Baekchul and Ko Sung-hyun rolled back the years with their 3-game success over Olympic bronze medalist Aaron Chia So-Woo-yik. An opening game loss spurred the Koreans to pick up their tempo for the second game and restore parity.
1 game all.
The veteran duo kept close with the Malaysians before eventually settling a closely fought decider.
And they've done it, the former world champions.
네, 아무래도 이제 여기까지 왔는데 또 결승까지 뛰어보고 싶은 생각이 있어가지고 오늘 좀 이기고 싶은 마음에 첫 세트가 그래서 좀 약간 어렵게 흘러갔던 것 같아요. 이기고 싶은 마음이 너무 강하다 보니까.
Gideon Sukamuljo was stunned in straight games by Ko and Shin in the title clash. With all the pressure on the Indonesian pair as the world number 1 duo, the Koreans took the match to their opponents and were rewarded with their positive play. After losing the first game, Gideon Sukamuljo stepped up their rhythm, but still struggled to deal with Ko Shin's aggressive attack.
They've done it, the former world champions, Ko Sung-hyun and Shin Baekchul.
Hari ini main kita ya belum keluar banget permainannya, tapi ya emang mereka juga lebih lebih siap mungkin ya di sini.
크게 의미까지는 없고요. 그냥 너무 기분 좋은 날인 것 같고요, 오늘. 그리고 앞으로 더 좋은 경기를 할 수 있을 것 같다는 자신감이 좀 많이 생기는 경기였던 것 같아요.
Korea were the big winners over Japan in the women's doubles. Kim So-young, Kong Hee-young needed to shake off early match jitters before clicking into gear in their semi-final match against Nami Matsuyama Chiharu Shida.
첫 경기 때 제가 조금 뭔가 좀 공 치는 게 조금 불안하고 좀 뭔가 급해가지고 많이 했는데 형이가 좀 차분하게 경기를 풀어줘가지고 제가 조금 찾을 수 있었던 것 같아요.
Number 1 seeds Lee So-hee and Shin Seung-chan's offensive intent took its toll on Yuki Fukushima Arisa Higashino. Whenever the attacking initiative rested with the Koreans, the newly paired Japanese duo couldn't weather the storm. As Fukushima Higashino laboured to get their defensive game together, Lee and Shin continued to find their openings throughout the contest, right up until the winning match point.
And they've done it, converted on their second match point opportunity. The defending champions are through to a second consecutive final at the French Open.
Lee and Shin successfully retained their French Open crown in the battle of the tournament's top 2 seeded pairs. Kim, Kong were error-strewn and couldn't get a foothold in the match as their compatriots forged ahead steadily in both games. Lee and Shin wrapped up their title with the final score 21-17, 21-12.
And this time they convert and history is made. The first women's doubles pair to win 2 consecutive titles here at the French Open.
일단 19년도에 저희가 나왔을 때는 그 전년도에 우승한 게 없고 그냥 2등인가 3등 했었어가지고 그냥 뭐 부담이 없이 했다면은 이번 연도는 약간 저번에 우승했다는 부담감이 어느 정도 없지 않아 있었던 것 같아요. 그래서 약간 좀 부담감을 안고 시작한 건 사실인데 그렇지만 저희가 이겨내고 우승했다는 거에 너무 좀 기뻐요.
We're off to a short break, but when we come back, Chinese legend Zhang Ning recounts a dark moment in her otherwise illustrious career.
我相信是因为这场球的失利，让我失去了在国家队的主力位置，甚至呢也差一点葬送了我的运动生涯。
Welcome back. Ever since becoming only the second European man to win the ultimate gold in Olympic history, Viktor Axelsen's dominance on court has been nothing short of imperious.
The Olympic champion beats the reigning world champion and world #1.
The Danish superstar shares with us the life-changing experience at Tokyo 2020, where he realized the biggest ambition any elite shuttler can ever have.
During my whole career and since I started playing badminton, this has been my dream, and it's only really few individuals who get to experience this feeling of winning an Olympic gold. Sometimes during other tournaments, if you're leading, if I was leading like that, I would maybe have thought about, a celebration or whatever, but I didn't really think, I didn't dare to think about winning. So for me, it was basically just not only a relief, but also just like happiness, running through my body, and also really overwhelming because you don't get to experience anything like this many times during your life. So for me it's really hard to describe still, and that was really overwhelming for me. Sometimes you want to come out there in the first match and just feel perfect, just feel like everything's working from day one. It definitely didn't do that. The thing which can, play tricks with your mind is seeing the Olympic rings on the court, and that can, mess with your head a little bit. But I was prepared for that once again. I've tried it many times before. But I would say that match against Su Wang was the match where I felt okay. I'm where I want to be. When you looked at paper, in the semi-final, I was up against Kevin Corden, as you say. He had an amazing run. He played really well. He's a really dangerous opponent when he's playing like that. However, I know that everything can happen in an Olympic semi-final, and we could see that with Kevin and other surprises during the week. Obviously, I was a little bit tense. I was a little bit nervous because this was a really big chance for me. But with all due respect and everything, I was a big favorite to go into the final, and I was really happy about you know, how I managed it. You know, you cannot really expect that you just come in there and everything's just like easy for you and stuff like that. You will have ups and downs, and luckily my downs was minimal during the Olympics. We know each other really well. I know that if I play my best and he, you know, he plays his best, it will be a close game. However, I think during that final, I think Qianlong has used maybe more energy than I had, and I was, you know, hitting my, you know, playing at my highest level, and maybe he was playing, you know, just under his highest level, and that made a big difference in how I felt in court as well. You know, I felt, you know, comfortable. I felt like I still had another gear when I needed to and stuff like that. So yeah, you know, if I got a little bit tense and maybe I didn't get a really bad start or whatever, maybe the story would have been different. But yeah, I'm just really happy and proud about how I managed the Olympic final. You know, it's the biggest match you will ever play. So for me to handle it like that was a big step for me, and will forever be one of the, you know, best games and the best experiences during my career, I think. It feels cool that I've managed to, you know, to win like this, you know, that wasn't something like, oh, he was lucky in the second round in the third game or whatever. There was not a finger to put on my performance, and the opponents, you know, who were in front of me, I managed to win against in a convincing way, you could say. But I don't think too much about it. Obviously, in the end, you know, winning the gold is the most important thing. But winning it like this was definitely, you know, not something I would expect. Well, I'm still Viktor, you know. The only difference is that I have a, you know, a heavy medal at home. Right now, I think it's at home it sounds weird, but it's in a drawer somewhere. I'm not the type of guy who likes to hang it up and for all people to see it. If people ask, they can of course see it. But you know, the memories is the most important thing. It's really important for me that I don't let anything, you know, change who I am. You know, obviously now there's more attention overall. There is obviously pressure, but there's been that for many years now. You know, I'm just trying to navigate through this in the best way possible with both feet on the ground. If anything, gives me a lot of motivation to work even harder and to see if I can experience this again. So yeah, the journey is not over yet.
Renowned for winning back-to-back Olympic singles gold, and with her second coming on home turf when she was 33 years old, Zhang Ning's unusually long career stood out among the many greats before her time. Apart from the Olympics, Zhang was victorious at nearly every major event, including the World Championships in 2003, and guided China to team triumphs twice each at the Uber Cup and Sudirman Cup. Badminton Unlimited caught up with this BWF Hall of Famer to talk about family life and glory years.
离开拔萃后呢，在国内成立了自己名字命名的青少年羽毛球培训基地。事实上呢，其实就是培养青少年羽毛球运动以及普及推广羽毛球运动。其实这也是我这几年这个最主要的工作吧。就离开国家队岗位之后呢，我有了更多的时间陪伴女儿，陪伴家庭。我现在读小学，这个2年级的女儿呢，希望她能够在这个羽毛球或者是体育方面，多多的这个有更多的爱好吧。所以呢，我呢平时这个，因为她很好动，也特别喜欢体育。所以呢，我也会去送他，比如说学习游泳啊，学习打羽毛球这样子。在2004年雅典奥运会决赛的时候，我的对手是代表荷兰的前印尼选手张海丽，他是一位非常有天赋的选手。当年尤伯杯决赛的时候，他曾经让我吞下了职业生涯的一枚。但是这一次相遇， 我首先对自己充满了信心。我和教练也充分对对手做好了一个分析，制定了以我为主的战术指导思想，最终成功的战胜了对手，其实圆了自己的奥运冠军梦。至于2008年北京奥运会的决赛，由于对手是自己的队友，可以说中国队已经提前包揽了冠军，所以从心理角度上来分析，压力会小一点。不过从技战术的角度来看呢，由于我跟谢杏芳平时在国家队都是一起训练，所以对于彼此的技术特点可以说是相互之间都太熟悉了，而且也从交往的记录来看，大家也是互有胜负，就谁战胜谁可以说都是正常的现象。所以呢，那场比赛我一上去就做好了很困难的准备。就当时我的想法呢，其实就是一分一分的打，一个球一个球的拼，不能急于求成。可以说最终的结果就是我把自己训练储备的能量，通过得当的技战术运用，成功的这个发挥出来了，最终取得了胜利。我其实在比赛当中印象最深的，应该还是在2007年的一个新加坡公开赛的决赛。当时我在与对手打成1比1平之后呢，就是我的体能出现了前所未有的透支。其实大家都知道我是特别能拼的一个队员，但是那场比赛我几乎都感觉坚持不下去了，就实在真的太累了。在这个双方交换场地的时候，我甚至产生了一个就是对裁判员说我要弃权的念头了，因为那场比赛真的是因为之前的训练没有怎么练嘛，所以那场比赛对我来说体能消耗太大了。最后那场比赛呢，我是21比3的悬殊比分取得了胜利。说这个比赛其实当时对我印象特别深的就是我收获的不仅是一个冠军。更宝贵的是，我收获了那种坚持和坚韧的力量。当你在遇到困难的时候，你再坚持一下，再坚持一下，曙光可能就一定会在前面。其实算是比较遗憾的，应该是我这个，包括也是最伤心的时候，应该是在1994年英国杯吧。在这个输给东道主的那个印尼的张海丽，就是我遗憾的是因为自己的失利，让中国失去了6连冠的机会。就为此呢，我也自责了很长的时间。我伤心是因为这场球的失利，让我失去了在国家队的主力位置，甚至呢也差一点葬送了我的运动生涯。女单最大的变化应该是多了更多的各种各样的打法吧。羽毛球运动的技战术本来其实就应该百花齐放的，就是在我们那个年代，谢杏芳啊，丹麦的拉斯姆森啊，都是高大进攻性的球员，从这个速度啊、控球能力啊都非常的强。特别是这个。丹麦的拉斯姆森，他高大，进攻力超强，速度也比较快。不过那个时候我们一直认为体育比赛中的相遇一定是，我强敌弱，我弱敌强。所以呢，拉斯姆森当时遇到我们，我们同样也可以帮助他的进攻，就是就是等于说并不存在这个打法上的先进与落后吧。近年来，其实日本的选手也让大家看到了很强的实力，因为他们虽然个子小，但呢速度快，防守能力也很强。就是在大家都提倡女子男性化打法的这个背景下，就日本女单选手用他们自己的这个特点，同样也取得了良好的成绩。其实陈雨菲最开始她还是比较内向，可能对自己也不是太 自信。那么经过这几年的磨练，他从这方面都有很大的进步。同时，作为女单选手人员，其实更需要的是自己本身的能力，然后用这种实力，你才能有在一些比赛上有好的表现。所以陈雨菲在这方面，其实无论是用自己的胆量和自己的运动的能力上面，都有很大的一个提高。
Thanks for watching. Remember to join us next week with Malaysia's heroes at Tokyo 2020, Aaron Chia and So Woyik.
就是在我们铜牌战之前，我们都做好准备，最重要是把这场球打到最好，不要留遗憾。
Before we go, a reminder to download the Badminton For You app for the latest news, live results and video content. It's goodbye. We'll see you next week.